What is up, bras? In this video we are doing the top 10 tricks of 2020. I ran a poll asking if you wanted to see everything or just ones that work right now, and the most requested was to do both and just label which ones are still alive, and so that's what we're doing in this video. Also, you might notice that there's no spawn peaks in this list, and that's because the spawn peaks are going to be getting their own video in just a few days, so be on the lookout for that one. And last but not least, my friend Dangleberries is launching his top list of tricks for 2020, so if you want to see even more of the best tricks, be sure to check out his too. For our number 10 trick of the year, we have the craziest spot that has ever been discovered on Theme Park. This spot gained so much traction from devs to pro players to content creators after I posted it on Twitter, and it even led to a bounty being put out in Pro League, or if anybody got a kill using it, then I'd send them $1,000. Yeah, I'm actually serious about that. As far as I know, the bounty was never pulled off and has since been patched in the fastest way to do it. If there is another way to go about it, then it's not going to be as fast to do and not really worth it in the end, so that's what put the end to this legendary spot. Next up are the crazy different mirror stacking tricks that came and went just as fast but got crazier each time. The only way to pull off this stacking mirror trick as of right now is to do it by a hatch, slowly walk to the edge until you get that like half type of fall feeling, and then from there you're going to pull out your mirror shield and walk forward while crouched and place it at the perfect distance and height, so while it's still possible to do, it's just too inefficient and tedious to make viable, at least for now. Throughout 2020, there were multiple ways to pull this off, and each time there was a new mirror trick, the Brah fam just really seemed to like them, so that's why this one here takes the number 9 spot. Moving up the list, we have the evolution of ways to use nomad air jabs. Earlier in the year, we were experimenting with ways to manipulate and hide air jabs to surprise the crap out of defenders, and right now it is working, but when you use this combo with bullet holes, it was slightly more inconsistent. The idea behind this is that we either place an air jab on a melee or even bullet hole, and that causes the sounds from the air jab to be masked to one side of the wall, but because we created the line of sight, it still registers on the other side. This translated to placing air jabs below diffusers and lots of other ideas, and as of right now, it's still relevant and really fun to use. Alright, so trick shots are cool and all, but have you ever done a trick shot with a tank? That's literally what I set out to do with the sponsor of this video, War Thunder. War Thunder is the online military vehicle combat game that has earned a ton of respect from me because it's been around for 8 years. That's 3 years longer than Siege. It's 100% free on PC, Xbox One, Series X and S, and even PlayStation 4 and 5. It's all cross-platform, and we get to all play on the same servers. This game is massive, and one of the most impressive things to me is how they managed to have more than 1,700 historically accurate playable tanks, aircrafts, helicopters, and ships ranging from the 30s to the 90s. The new power update recently came out, which celebrates their 8th anniversary, 34 million players, and a new game engine, Dagor 6, that brings combat to a whole new level of realism. If War Thunder sounds like something you are interested in, then be sure to use my link down below because you'll receive the free bonus for registering, which is a premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and a 3-day account boost. Thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video and helping me feed both the baby bras this month. Up next is the new Shrapnel system that was introduced a few months ago, and since then all kinds of tricks to make the enemy mauled have been discovered. With the new explosive Shrapnel system, you can damage people from crazy far away with explosives, and when used correctly, this can lead to us essentially being able to C4 attackers through solid walls in the right spots. On top of that, this also works with grenades, so even though it might seem one-sided, you still can take advantage of this on attack. It's just a lot easier when you use a C4 because that obviously it'll stick to a surface. As of right now, these spots still work, and unless they do a big update with the Shrapnel system or revert it back, I don't see this changing anytime soon. Number 6 goes hand in hand with number 7, but it's a precise trick that extends off of the Shrapnel system that not many people know about, and it's with an operator that doesn't get much love at all, so it's not only 200 IQ, but it's game changing for the unloved op Fuse, and that's why it gets this spot. We now have so many options when it comes to opening reinforced walls, but almost all of them can still be stopped by these bad boys here, and when playing ranked, Thatcher is banned quite a lot. Have no fear because you can just throw some hockey pucks on the floor on the other side of a bandit or mute jammered wall, and those little dudes will bounce around below and take out anything on the other side. Moving up to number 5, we have the different ways to use the Rainbow Six Siege sounds to your advantage with C4. Now, disclaimer before anybody gets butthurt, this has been around throughout 2020 and we're not manipulating the game in any way. We're literally just using the sound system that was given to us. Anyways, knowing the way that the sound system works, we can strategically place C4s in stealthy spots that are not only in high traffic areas, but they'll also be completely silent. You can use this to get free kills in tight corridors, kill hard breachers, deny breach charges like impact tricks, and the list goes on and on. This works in drone holes, behind windows, and my favorite, on a chipped out reinforced wall but tucked inside the 2 layers on the outside.
Something ain't right.
In at number 4, we have all of the insane sneaky ways to use shields to literally get free kills on attackers while you are invisible or while just a pixel of you is showing. These range from looking all the way down and forcing gaps in doorways, using them from the top down, pro league players using gaps below them, and my favorite, placing them indoors and then shooting out the floor to stand on the support beams below and make it look like you're really short so only the top of your forehead sticks out, all while you can clearly shoot the enemy. My favorite method has been patched, but in certain spots you can still adapt this by using a hatch, just like that mirror trick we did earlier, but that's really just kind of like a meme to do because obviously your ass is now exposed from below, but just the sheer amount of options and cleverness you have with these is what put this one near the top of the list. Now, getting into the top 3, we have the iconic dresser and table hiding spots that have come and gone in 2020. There were a lot more than just these 2 shown here, and since we've started posting about these hiding spots, it seems that dressers, cabinets, and now even tables all got a rework with solid bars just like jail, but these ones are used to keep the Brah fam out. In our runner-up spot for trick of the year, we have the ledge trick that came in like a Miley Cyrus wrecking ball in the community because it was one simple trick that worked in a million different spots. Basically, the idea behind it was, for whatever reason, after one of the updates, we were now able to keep our weight on tiny ledges to stay still or even crawl around to get into a ton of different cool spots that nobody expected. After this came out, people were dying to things that they've never seen before on almost every map in the game. You could do anything from prone fall in Chalet and vault an old trophy window, prone around the waiting room on border and place gadgets on an impossible to reach wall. You could use it to go cry by the purple tarps that were now at this point already patched, or do the craziest flanks that make people scratch their heads and punch their monitors all at the same time, like this clip here of Pro League player Nico on one of his many spots on Villa. It quickly took Siege by storm, and it's not one that I think people are going to forget easily. What's up, bros? Just a quick reminder that if War Thunder sounds like something you'd like to try, use my link down below in the description to download for free on any system and receive the free bonus for registering. For our number 1 trick of 2020, we have the iconic canal parkour YOLO trick that still holds the number 1 spot of all of my Twitter statistics of all time. Trans deserves a huge shout out for this one because I do believe he was the first to discover it, and it might seem like an extension of the ledge trick, but it's actually not because this windowsill sticks out further, and even after the ledge tricks were patched, this one still worked for some time. This was one of the most popular tricks, if not the most popular trick of 2020, with it being redone by Jaeger himself, Godly Noob, Marley, mentions of it by random people in social experiments that I was doing. It was even brought up in my second most popular video of all time, which was when I was playing in an LFG group trying out for a plat team. Besides that, the list just goes on and on. Oh yeah, and the day I posted this on Twitter, it was also Bolo's birthday. It eventually got to the point where they had to patch us from getting on top of the next level of the roof, and we no longer have any vault options, but as far as I know, if we are able to get up there again, I'm pretty sure that that ledge will still be able to catch you. Anyways, Brah fam, I hope you enjoyed the list of top tricks of 2020. This year has been really insane, so I'm hoping and praying that all of you guys are able to stay safe and healthy through all of its craziness. I'll be back with the top spawn peaks of 2020 in just a few days, so if you want to see that, please consider subscribing. If you don't like the next video, you can always change your mind if you decide. I'll see you all in just a few days. I love you all. Peace.